Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and today I'm going to be looking at different writing courses I'm considering. So I think I've had some issues this year getting into my writing, and I think really I just need more structure, more of a push. I need like my ambition reignited. I think I did a goals 2025 update to see where I was, and my plan was that I was going to try and finish a novel this year, but the writing has been very slow and very difficult and challenging this year, and I think I'm ready just to like give myself a push and just have more structure around it. So I was considering just doing a writing course, and in this video I'm just going to talk through different options that I'm finding. So if you're looking for a writing course, then this might be helpful. I'm just having a wee look and seeing like what's the most popular writing courses, which ones get the best reviews. So I've done a little bit of research so far and I've kind of narrowed it down to three. One is there's a Faber Academy course, one is Curtis Brown course, and the third one is Jericho Writers. Some of them do like 3 months or 6 months. I would be tempted to do the 6 months, but the 6 months is super expensive. I want to try and find something that's not too expensive, but I think these ones are the top quality, so I probably am going to pay some money. In a way, like when you pay a good amount of money, that does spur you on to take things seriously because you've spent the money. Once you've spent money, that's it, like you don't want to waste it. So I'm kind of thinking about just where my budget's going to be, and you know what I think I want to get from it, and whether it needs to be 6 months or 3 months. Some of them do 3 months because I'm kind of thinking just towards the end of this year I think I would be happy with 3 months, but none of my work in progress are anywhere near where they would be in a position where I could finish in the 3 months, although I suppose I could if I really focused on it, which I want to do. So yeah, I think I should aim high, and I'm really inspired by people who really go full throttle with their creative work. I think I was an interview with Lin-Manuel Miranda, which he was talking about when he was writing Hamilton. He just kept thinking like he can't die without finishing this. And that is like such a drive, you know, if you like put that pressure on yourself all the time, then you would get so much work done. So that's really how I want to feel. I really want to feel, I want to put some kind of some kind of like artificial deadline that I give to myself that's really important, that I really want to hit. And I think I want to hit a completed novel by the end of the year. That is my plan. So I think in order to do that, probably 3 months might be better. I'm just going to have a wee look and see what they all offer. So this Faber Academy one is 2,750 and it starts in September, so I think I probably would be looking to start in September. I'm just going to see what the application process is like. So they want a covering letter and a synopsis and 1,000 words. Oh, and it actually says this doesn't have to be from your proposed novel, but it's useful if it represents your voice and genre. Okay, so they just want to get an idea of the kind of writer you are, I suppose. It does say these are really small classes. I think I read that this one's got like a class of 5. Yeah, your technical learning journey will take place within small groups of no more than 5 peers. That is very small, so I can't imagine too many people get onto this, but I don't know. It doesn't actually say if it's how many people apply or anything like that. So that is the Faber Academy, and I know that's quite highly thought of. The second one I'm thinking of is the Curtis Brown. So the Curtis Brown, they do a 6 months and a 3 months. The 3 months is 1,900, so that is a better, obviously a better number, and I suppose I'm tempted to go with that, because if you spend a lot of money for 6 months and it's not really what you want, then it really will feel like a waste. So this one runs from the 8th of September to the 19th of December, and I am a little bit concerned about how much actual tutor feedback you get in these things. I think a lot of them are like peer reviewed, and I don't really like, they do like pre-recorded teaching videos, which, you know, I'm really not sure about, or not sure that's worth the money, just because, you know, you could probably find all this on YouTube. And I'm at this point where I've watched a lot of this stuff, I've been to writing festivals. Like, not that, I do think you should keep an open mind, because certainly I'm looking for help, and like a good teacher can explain things or just have a viewpoint on things that changes how you're able to write. So that could be good. It says the only live elements that take place at set times are Zoom industry masterclasses and your one-to-one tutorials. So I would like to know how many one-to-one tutorials there are. You'll get 45-minute one-to-one tutorials. Tutorials will be based on 3,000 word extracts. It certainly doesn't say how many tutorials that you get, because I think that's quite interesting. If you only do a 3-month course, how often are you going to meet with a tutor or an expert, or is it mostly going to be like your class? Now the Jericho one, it says bi-monthly mentor calls, and this goes over 12 months. So that would be super useful actually to have somebody to speak to. Like, I think that's kind of what I was really like. It's just like, you know, you want somebody to like run your ideas past, and I don't know, just to like talk things through, and especially if it's somebody with a lot of experience, they're going to know what's going to work and what's not going to work. So yeah, the sound of like the bi-monthly things. So I'm looking at the Jericho Writers, and they've got something called Ultimate Novel Writing Program, which is oh yeah, I'm not doing this. 5,500, no way. That's way too much. You'll get weekly interactive workshops. I see this actually points out like no pre-recorded videos here. So I do think that's something that is a letdown of other courses, because I do think pre-recorded videos is just something you could find anywhere. That's my feeling. We believe our 12-month course is the best out there for writers who want to get serious. Monthly one-to-one mentoring, manuscript edit. I don't know why I'm even considering this, because that's too expensive. I don't have that money, and I'm not paying that money. So I think I'm going to consider the Curtis Brown one or the Faber, and I think what I'll do is see if anybody's compared these before. So Faber Academy versus Curtis Brown Creative. I'm finding a lot of online writing courses that are basically paying hundreds of dollars for a few pre-recorded videos. Can anyone recommend some courses that have a decent amount of interaction, either between peers or with the instructor? Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Have you looked at university courses? Okay, I think they'll be even more expensive, to be honest. So somebody's saying they both rely heavily on peer review. Why pay for a course where most of the teaching comes from other people trying to learn the same as you? I'm not sure I agree with that. I think it's, especially if these courses are quite competitive and there's only a small amount of people on it, they're going to be at a certain level of writing, and normal people are like your readers anyway, so I think it's good to talk to anybody really, especially like people who are like that committed to writing, that they're going to be paying for the course as well. I think so. Like, I think it's good to get peer review and then have some professional help as well. I suppose it depends on who runs the course. I think the person who's written this course is a published writer, but you know, being unpublished doesn't mean you're not good at writing, so I'm sure the other people on the course are able to give good feedback. Okay, there's something called the 90-day novel. What's that? 90-day novel. And that is, I'm like, oh, that's even shorter than the 3 months. That is 3 months, okay. The finished novel course. Okay, so this is the novelry. This is what other people were talking about as well. So, the 90-day novelry. Fall in love with the writer's journey. Okay, this has got good reviews actually. Self-paced, structured, supportive. The novel Kickstarter course. No, I don't need that. The finished novel course. So I'm a bit confused by this. It's talking about the 90-day novel class, but that seems to be... Ah, right, okay, so I think they have particular classes, and then as part of this package you get these, so you get something called the classic storytelling, the 90-day novel, the big edit class. Okay, so I think it sounds like you pay more. So this is 1 year, 100 lessons, 1,497, suitable for everyone, ideal for anyone wanting to write a novel. Okay, so this sounds like it's not really like a cohort of people, it's more just like anybody who wants to do this. Whether you're a complete beginner, here's where motivation meets method and style meets substance, a fresh approach to writing your novel. Say goodbye to writer's block, gain confidence in your skills, find your voice, take control of that storyline and write the end. That sounds wonderful. But to be honest, I cannot get an understanding of how they do this. Get daily guidance and confidence building coaching to plot and paste writing your novel from the first page to the last sentence. Your class includes 6 personalised coaching sessions. Oh really? Everyone an expert in their genre. Each trained in our positive coaching method. It says more 5-star reviews than any other writing course. Okay, so the novel development course, it's got the 90-day novel class involved, it's got 6 coaching sessions, it's got the big edit class, it's got 2 editorial sessions. Do you know what I might do? What I might do, I think from reading this, the Curtis Brown one has like quite a competitive application process. It says it's just got, we're running 2 classes of 15 talented students, so that's like 30 people out of however many apply. But it does seem like the other courses don't really have that like barrier to entry. It does seem like you can just pay to do that. So I think what I might do is focus my attention on applying for the Curtis Brown 3 months, and then that will give me drive like for the rest of the year, which is what I've been wanting, what I've been missing. And if I don't get into that, then I can look into doing one of the other ones that doesn't have the same kind of application process. So I think for now I'm going to go with the Writing Your Novel 3 months Curtis Brown online. I think it's held in quite high esteem, this Curtis Brown, and then Curtis Brown's an agency as well, so okay, this is interesting. When you're ready to submit formally, no matter how long after your course is finished, the CBC team will provide guidance and support with your submission to the Curtis Brown and C&W agents. I actually don't know, I think I have applied to Curtis Brown. Sorry, not applied, queried Curtis Brown, or have I created these courses before? Hold on, submissions, thank you for your submissions. Yeah, so I've submitted to them before. No response, I'd say, no response. Oh no, actually, interestingly in 2017, yeah, in 2017 they actually did respond to me. I think they probably don't respond to people anymore. In 2017 they did respond and actually send me on to another agent there, or told me to apply to another agent, and I don't think that agent responded. That's all right. Yeah, okay, do you know what? I think I'm going to put together an application for that. So what I need to do is, what did I need for this one again? So please apply with the first 3,000 words of the novel and a synopsis. Okay, so I need to write a synopsis for a book I haven't written. And I need to decide if I want to be using any of the work in progresses that I've got. So I think I'll make another video discussing about what's going to be the best project for that, and seeing if I've got a good 3,000 words that I can use. And then I need to write a synopsis. So a lot to do, but I want to push myself, and I think actually getting into this would be really good, because it is something I've heard of quite a lot, this Curtis Brown course, so I'm hoping it will be worth the money. The thing with paying for writing courses or writing, you know, festivals and things, it is such an industry, and it is a bit hit and miss, like whether things are worth the money. There's always people there ready to take your money to try and be a writer, so I am always a bit wary, but I have like skimped on cost before. Like I think I got some feedback from somebody and I paid about a couple of £100, and it was really, really basic and limited. So I do think sometimes the more you pay and the more you invest, the better the product is, which as it should be, obviously. If you're paying more, that's what you should expect. So this time I'm not going to skimp, I'm going to set my sights on the big one. This is the big one, and I'm going to make another video about choosing the right project for this. So if you have done one of these courses and you can stop me before I apply, please do let me know, or give me some good feedback and let me know that it was a good experience, whether you've done Faber, you've done Curtis Brown, you've done Jericho, you've done Novelry, or something else that I haven't even heard of here. So do let me know, that'd be really helpful, and helpful for anybody watching. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!